other ones I'd seen in the school, and the one thing I hadn't seen yet was a person. So that was my main thought for that. And Mr. Feather came up with the idea for the x-ray across the chest, which I really liked. And I know Ms. Taylor wanted words, so I thought to spell health tech out with a bunch of medical equipment and stuff related to the medical field. So that's where I got all my inspiration. Well, some of the challenging things were finding ideas for letters because it had to look like a letter without being too much of a stretch, and it had to be something medical related, so that was really hard. And placing things together on a wall is pretty hard because of the brick pattern. It makes it a little difficult to paint on. I learned that it's hard to paint on a wall and that there's a lot of pressure whenever you're painting something that's going to be there for a while. So I learned that I'm a pretty picky person about certain things because I had to be particular. It's exciting and it kind of is crazy because I know that any student new or old who walks through that hallway is going to see it, and that's pretty crazy to me.
Okay, so Natalie and I did a mural for Mr. Shed that is math themed, and we did a large tree that kind of arcs over his doorway, and we partially chose the tree because of the shape of the doorway and we wanted something that would fit the whole thing, but we also chose the tree because it's shown as a symbol of knowledge, and we did a lot of mathematical equations around the tree, and all of them are from the classes that Mr. Shed teaches, so I think up to like pre-calc, so there's quadratic formula on there, there's some graphs, things like that. There's some asymptotes that are around a branch, and I like that part.
Okay.
I think probably the hardest challenge was how big it is, because you don't expect it to be that hard to paint something that large, but it really is. And we found ourselves painting everything on the left first, since we're both right-handed, and then we would move over across it so that our wrists didn't smear the paint. And before we figured out how to do that, we were like smearing almost everything. Gonna be leaving this school in a few months, and who knows when I'll be back, but this mural is still gonna be here even though I'm not. And I think it'll be cool, like my name is there on the bottom, and like I think it'll be cool that maybe in, you know, like 5 or 10 years, like some student will walk by and like see the mural and see the name and they'll be like, who was this person?